everybody, this is Jonathan Day, part of Jonathan Day Productions here. I'm in my studio. We're going to do a little how-to video, do some color grading on some recent drone footage I got. So as you can see in the video, the color is really good. It's just a little too bright for me. So we have this LUTs package that we got, and all you do, I'm in Final Cut Pro by the way. I imported my footage, and I'm just going to drag and drop mLuts on here. And it'll take a second to buffer on there, but we're going to go ahead and select something. So we go to our library. And let me drag this up here. And let's see here. Alright, so you can see I have a couple presets already in here. I think it's like 50 presets. And basically I just go through and pick which ones I like. Make note. That's pretty cool. And each one has a different effect, of course. You know, some has, like this one has a lot more of a warmer tone. And some of them have greens, like there's one called a winter. More greens, more blues, stuff like that. So we're going to go through. I don't like bleak. See how white that is? I don't like that. And basically you also want to remember what you're using the footage for. You know, if you're going for like a dreary look, you know, something, let's see, or a lot of muted colors, then that's great. Basically, you just go in here and you pick which one you like. I like going through all of them just to see different effects. So mellow is pretty cool. This is kind of how it actually looks. So you got a lot of brown in the grass instead of just everything super green. And that's two, your colors are really washed out there. So let's just start. I'm just going to pick one, and then I can show you how to apply it, and we'll go from there. Let's see here. So let's go with this one. It's okay. So we go to OK. And then also on here you can see you have your levels, you have your highlights, you can go through your midtones so you can boost those up. Ooh, too much. I'm going to bring it back where it was actually. Let's see if we increase our shadows. I'm going to actually increase those just a tiny bit. Let's check out our highlights here. So one's good. You can also add grain, which is really cool. If you want to give it a, I don't know, like an old TV look or something like that, or actually a photograph look, that's a really good idea. We're not going to add any of this. Then of course your blend mode, you can do overlay, you can do a subtract, you can do soft light, hard light, vivid light, all that good thing. Then you have your grain mix if you want to do that. So these are just some of the options that you have. Then you can kind of like a filter, I guess, on Instagram. You can change your intensity of it. Alright, and you can revert back to what you had. And so I just changed that. Let me go back here. Okay. And increase. Let's see. My shadow's just a little bit. Alright, so I want it a little bit darker than normal. So you can see the rest of the footage. It just makes it a little bit darker. That's what I'm kind of going for. I want to have some more a darker feel of shadows. Another cool thing that I want to go over is exactly how to color grade. Well, it'll help a little bit. So you want to go to Window, Viewer Display. Then you want to go to Show Video Scopes. Okay. And so basically the only one I really look at is, let's see here, is your waveform. Let's see here. The vector scope is pretty good too. But I just use the waveform. It's a lot easier for me. And then I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna add a video. Then I'm gonna go color correction. So here, if you look at the left and the right, so you see our highlights, you got a lot of blues and all that good stuff. I'm actually going to close this. Well, alright. Let's minimize this right here. Alright, so you can see a little bit better what it actually looks like. And I want to make this a little bit smaller. Alright, so now we're looking at something. Okay, cool. Alright, you can see here as you scroll through the video, you can see your reds, your greens, your blues, and basically down here is your peak of your shadows, and up here is the peak of your highlights. So if I take we go to saturation, actually we'll do color, that's fine. And when I go to my highlights and I increase the blues, you can see the blues go up. If I come over here and increase it, the greens go up. So that's, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but basically you just want to get a really good balance of your colors. Okay, so now my red's a little uneven, and I'm just kind of fast forwarding just to get some different. So that's, then of course you can just go for, you know, what you're looking for. See, my blues are still a little too much. That's because I boosted them so high over here. So everything's pretty much even. Adjust a little bit. Then you go over to your saturation, and basically you can do the same thing. If you look at the blue waveform, it's going up and down. And I basically just want to take, let's see here, where's my shadows? I want to pull the saturation down all together, because I want it a little bit darker. Then you go over to your exposure, and this, basically you want to get the red, green, and blue up to that top line, and you want to make it all even. But since I'm going for a darker fill, I'm actually going to pull my exposure down even more. I'm going to bring this up a little bit there. Add some midtones. Let's bring our highlights up a little bit more. So that's pretty much it. That's kind of the look I'm going for. Nothing fancy, but instead of it being, you know, super bright green, which is what it was right here, that's what color it was, the grass was. Then you got, it's kind of just muted down, I guess, what you say. But yeah, that's how I color grade. So I just throw on some LUTs, which is kind of like a filter. Then I could throw on a color correction, and that's it. So I hope you guys just learned a little bit. Again, this is Jonathan Day Productions, and peace out.